Thank you. What's the most important thing that can be done to further protect U.S. vessels and American mariners?
Right now, the important thing is communications. As I indicated earlier, we need better communications between the commercial vessels that are active in the Red Sea and being escorted or waiting to be escorted. And if we have the communications that the Navy has or the Military Sealift Command has, we would be in much better position than we are today. Right now, we're using basically the radio or mobile phones if we're fortunate enough to have the connectivity. But having the communications with the combat vessels is vital.
This is a topic that I have hopped on quite a bit. There were multiple stories out there about this. There was a letter signed by all the unions to U.S. Transportation Command about the desperate need for secure communication on board U.S. vessels. Doing communication by very high frequency radio, VHF, by cell phones, as he said, but actually they were using sat phones, it is not a good way to do it. And there's no reason this shouldn't be done. There are organizations within the U.S. Navy that do this on a common basis. They have personnel that do this. They have the equipment that do this. The question is getting the funding and getting the people out there to ride the ships to go through the area. And that is something they just didn't do. Heindel said that was his first security issue. I got to say, if you look at his testimony, his written testimony, and his 5-minute opening testimony, he said there was a second issue. And I want to give you what the second issue he had in there is, because it's a little behind the scenes here at what's going on with shipping. So this is the part from his prepared statement, and I'll read it for you. Finally, maritime labor is concerned about the level of information that has been made available publicly regarding their incidents. Modern technology has made a wealth of information available to the public in a way that is far more accessible than it has ever been before. This includes vital information like ship locations, registration data, and even things like transit speed and destinations. Since the start of these attacks last November, there have been alarming breaches of operational security, including disclosure of vessel schedules, routes, and other information regarding transits through the Red Sea. This information has been released in almost real time. The public dissemination of this kind of information, which can be easily rendered into actionable intelligence by the rebels in Yemen, is dangerous. And we would ask those in the press, whether professional or amateur, those on social media and elsewhere, to remember one of the axioms of the merchant marine: loose lips sink ships. Social media. I wonder who they could be possibly talking about. Who's on social media that talks about shipping on a friggin' kind of common basis around here? Yeah, talking about me. Talking about me. I know that for a fact because I've got not one but 2 phone calls from unions with issues regarding things I've said. Now, let me be clear about something. 100% clear about something. I would never, ever publish anything that can be actionable intelligence against a merchant mariner. I don't care if it's U.S. flag. I don't care what flag it is. I wouldn't post it at all. Everything that I have ever posted is perfectly available to everybody out there. I have never done anything. I've never read into intelligence at all and posted anything out there. Now, what they got upset about is I posted some things after the fact, and I was able to interpret some information after everything happened. I just showed you what you can do with marine traffic to pop up every U.S. flag vessel in the world. I'm not the only one with that capability. Everyone who has access to the internet and a credit card can get the uptick in their AIS programs and find where every U.S. ship is currently. It's not hard. There's only like 180 U.S. flag deep draft ships. There's only about 80 of them involved in ocean transport on the blue water. There's 60 of them in the Maritime Security Program. There are 10 tankers, and there are certain companies that operate for the U.S. government. This is not brain surgery to figure this out. And I should also mention that Mr. Heindel got the quote wrong. It's not loose lips sink ships. It's loose lips might sink ships. That's the actual quote right there.